Jai Shri Gurudev, welcome to chemistry online classes. The last bit of the topic is acidic strength of carboxylic acids. Acidic strength of carboxylic acids. Carboxylic acid on treating with water, so gives carboxylate anion and hydronium ion. Carboxylic acid or COOH on treating with water gives carboxylate anion or COO minus plus H3O plus, that is hydronium ion. This is carboxylate anion, and this one is hydronium ion. This is carboxylic acid. Okay. This carboxylate anion formed when carboxylic acid is treated with water. So this is stabilized by resonance. So therefore, the resonance structure of carboxylate anion can be written as R single bond C, double bond oxygen, single bond oxygen, O minus. This is stabilized by resonance. It has resonance structures. It has following resonance structures. Therefore, the resonance structures can be written as, this is structure 1 and another one is structure 2. This is structure 2. Both these structures are equivalent to third one, that is resonance hybrid structure. Resonance hybrid structure, which is represented by the broken lines or dotted lines. This is the resonance hybrid structure. These two structures are called as canonical structures. Canonical structures are contributing structures, and third structure is the resonance hybrid structure. Therefore, the carboxylate anion undergoes resonance. So this is stabilized by resonance. These are the following three structures. These two structures are called as canonical structures, and third structure is called as the resonance hybrid structures. These two are equivalent to third one, that is resonance hybrid structure. So applying law of mass action to the above equilibrium, that is equation. So that equation becomes K EQ is equal to molar concentration of RCOO minus molar concentration of hydronium ion. That is molar concentration of products divided by molar concentration of reactants. That is RCOOH into molar concentration of water. But molar KEQ, equilibrium constant KEQ into molar concentration of water is nothing but Ka, because concentration of water remains constant. Okay, so therefore applying this in the above equation, we get, so Ka is equal to molar concentration of carboxylate anion, so molar concentration of hydronium ion all divided by molar concentration of carboxylic acids. So this is the final equation. Because Ka, so KEQ into molar concentration of H2O is a constant that is equivalent to Ka, where Ka is called as the equilibrium, that is dissociation constant of an acid, whether it may be a strong acid or it may be a weak acid. So K is maybe a strong acid or maybe a weak acid. Dissociation constant of a strong acid or a weak acid. KEQ is nothing but equilibrium constant. So here molar concentration is expressed in terms of mole per liter or mole per dm cube. Molar concentration is expressed in terms of mole per liter or mole per dm cube. But molar concentration of water is virtually a constant. Because 1 mole of water is nothing but 1000 ml, that is 1 liter, divided by that is, so 18 molar mass of water is 18, it is nothing but 55.5 mole. It is nothing but 55.5 mole. 1 mole of water means that is 1 liter of water, that is taken as 1000 divided by molar mass of water, that is 18. 1000 divided by 18 is nothing but 55.5 moles. Therefore, it virtually remains constant. Therefore, so it depends only on the concentration of carboxylate ion, concentration of hydronium divided by concentration of reactant, that is carboxylic acids. Okay. Therefore, the strength of carboxylic acids can be expressed in terms of Ka. So Ka is nothing but the dissociation constant of a weak acid or a weak base. Therefore, Ka is expressed in terms of pKa. So pKa is nothing but, so negative logarithm to the base 10 of Ka is called as pKa. pKa is nothing but, so negative logarithm to the base 10 of Ka is called pKa. Therefore, it is expressed in terms of pKa value. So some of the examples of pKa, so that is trifluoroacetic acid, CF3COH is nothing but trifluoroacetic acid. pKa value of trifluoroacetic acid is 0.23 and so pKa of acetic acid is 4.76. So pKa of benzoic acid is 4.19. Okay, so some of the important points among the acidity of carboxylic acid is lower the value of pKa, stronger is the acid. So lower the value of pKa, stronger is the acid. Higher the value of pKa, weaker is the acid. So if pKa value is lower, acid is stronger. If pKa value is higher, the acid is weaker. Therefore, among three acids, so trifluoroacetic acid is the stronger acid because it has lower value of pKa. So lower the value of pKa, stronger is the acid. Higher the value of pKa, weaker is the acid. So some of the important points based on pKa is, if pKa value is less than 1, so therefore it is a stronger acid. If pKa value is between 1 to 5, then it is moderately a stronger acid. If pKa value is between 5 to 15, then it is a weaker acid. If pKa value is greater than 15, then it is extremely a weaker acid. Therefore, these 4 points are very important among pKa values. pKa value is less than 1, then the acid is a stronger acid. If pKa value lies between 1 to 5, then it is a moderately stronger acid. If pKa value lies between 5 to 15, then it is a purely a weaker acid. If pKa value is greater than 15, then it is extremely a weaker acid. So therefore, acidic strength of carboxylic acids mainly depends upon the pKa value. Okay. So next is, so carboxylic acids are carboxylic acids are stronger acids than phenols and alcohols. Carboxylic acids are stronger acids than phenols and alcohols. So give reason. This question so can be appear in annual examination. So carboxylic acids are stronger acids than phenols and alcohols. Give reason or explain. So it's a answer for 2 marks. Carboxylic acids are stronger because in carboxylic acids, the conjugate base, that is carboxylate anion, is stabilized by resonance. Stabilized by resonance. It has an equivalent resonance structure. But in phenols, the conjugate base, that is phenoxide ion, has non-equivalent structure. Phenoxide ion has non-equivalent resonance structure. In carboxylic acid, the negative charges is present at the more electronegative oxygen atom. In carboxylic acid, the negative charges are present at the more electronegative oxygen atom. But in phenol, the negative charge is present at the less electronegative carbon atom. Less electronegative carbon atom. In carboxylic acid, the negative carboxylate anion, the negative charge is present at the more electronegative oxygen atom, whereas in phenoxide ion, the negative charge is present at the less electronegative carbon atom. Therefore, carboxylic acids are stronger acids than phenols and alcohols. Further in carboxylic acid, it is stabilized by 2 resonance structures. Therefore, so the negative charges are present at the 2 more electronegative oxygen atom. But in phenoxide ion, the negative charges are present at the less electronegative oxygen atom and less electronegative carbon atom. See this point? In carboxylic acid, so it is stabilized by 2 resonance structures. Therefore, the negative charges are present at the 2 more electronegative oxygen atom. But in phenoxide ion, so the negative charges are present at less electronegative oxygen atom over less electronegative carbon atom. Therefore, carboxylic acids are stronger acids than phenols and alcohols. So this reason should be written in the examination. Okay, so this is about acidity of carboxylic acids. So next important is effect of substituents on the acidity of carboxylic acids. Effect of substituents on the acidity of carboxylic acids. So this is very, very important. It has been already asked so many times in the annual examination question paper for 2 marks and 1 mark. The effect of substituents on the acidity of carboxylic acids. There are 2 effects. So first one is effect of electron withdrawing groups. Effect of electron withdrawing groups on the acidity of carboxylic acids. The effect of electron withdrawing groups. So first one you take effect of electron withdrawing groups. So electron withdrawing groups such as nitro, cyano, aldehyde. Effect of electron within drawing groups such as nitro, cyano, aldehyde, etc. So increases the acidity of phenol. Increases the acidity of carboxylic acid by stabilizing the conjugate base. By stabilizing the conjugate base through delocalization of negative charge. Through delocalization of negative charge by inductive effect or resonance effect. This is the result. Electron withdrawing groups such as Cl, chloro, bromo, nitro, cyano, aldehyde, etc. increases the acidity of carboxylic acids by stabilizing the conjugate base. This is important. By stabilizing the conjugate base through delocalization of negative charge on oxygen atom by inductive effect or resonance effect. This is the reason. Okay, you should have to make the point. That is, it increases the acidity of carboxylic acids. Second one, the effect of electron releasing groups. Electron releasing or donating groups. So what is the effect of electron releasing or donating groups on the acidity of carboxylic acids? Electron releasing groups such as methyl methoxy, amine, NH2 group, etc. decreases the acidity of carboxylic acids. So electron releasing group such as methyl, methoxy, amine, etc. So decreases the acidity of carboxylic acid by destabilizing. Here it is stabilizing and here it is destabilizing. By destabilizing the conjugate base through delocalization of negative charge by inductive effect or resonance effect. So this is the result. Okay, once again I am going to explain that one. Effect of substituents on the acidity of carboxylic acids. So first one is effect of electron withdrawing groups. Electron withdrawing groups such as nitro, chloro, bromo, cyano, aldehyde, etc. increases the acidity of carboxylic acid by stabilizing the conjugate base through delocalization of negative charge by inductive effect or resonance effect. And second one is effect of electron releasing groups or donating groups. Electron releasing groups such as methyl, methoxy, amine, etc. decreases the acidity of carboxylic acid by destabilizing the conjugate base through delocalization of negative charge by inductive effect or resonance effect. So this is important. Okay. So next is based on the acidity of carboxylic acids on pKa value. So some of the important important examples. So this will be asked in examinations as well as in CET for 1 marks, 2 marks. Okay. So based on the pKa value, so first one they have given trifluoroacetic acid greater than trichloroacetic acid greater than dichloroacetic acid. So its pKa value is given. So pKa value of trifluoroacetic acid is 0.23. So pKa value of trichloroacetic acid is 0.51 and pKa value of dichloroacetic acid is 1.26. This is greater than nitroacetic acid, its pKa value is 1.68, greater than cyanoacetic acid, so pKa value is 2.53, so greater than monofluoroacetic acid, so pKa value is 2.5. 2.59 greater than monochloroacetic acid, pKa value is 2.87 greater than monobromoacetic acid, pKa value is 2.90 greater than formic acid, pKa value is 3.75 greater than 3-chloropropanoic acid. 1, 2, 3. 3-chloropropanoic acid, pKa value is 4.11 greater than benzoic acid, pKa value is 4.2 greater than phenyl acetic acid. Phenyl acetic acid, pKa value is 3.1. So this is about phenyl acetic acid greater than acetic acid, pKa value is 4.7 and propanoic acid, pKa value is 4.87. You should have to remember these pKa values. So this will be asked in the CET or in the theory examination. Arrange the following acids in the increasing order of their pKa values. Arrange the following acids in increasing order of their pKa values. So if pKa values is given in the examination, you can easily write in the increasing order of their acidic strength. If pKa value is not given, you should have to remember in your mind, and then you should have to follow the order of reactivity. Okay, that is trichloroacetic acid greater than trichloroacetic acid greater than dichloroacetic acid greater than nitroacetic acid greater than cyanoacetic acid greater than fluoroacetic acid, greater than chloroacetic acid greater than bromoacetic acid greater than formic acid greater than 3-chloropropanoic acid, greater than benzoic acid greater than phenyl acetic acid. So this is monofluoroacetic acid, this is monochloroacetic acid, this is monobromoacetic acid. So this is about the aliphatic carboxylic acids in the increasing order of their acidic strength based on pKa value. So likewise, based on another one, based on pKa values of aromatic acids, they are given. So first one is benzene connected to COH, CH3, that is para methoxy benzoic acid. So pKa value of para methoxy, so benzoic acid is 4.46. So this is also important. So they have already asked in the CET examination. So para methoxy benzoic acid, para methoxy benzoic acid, this pKa value is 4.46 less than benzoic acid. pKa value of benzoic acid is 4.19 or 4.2. You can also write this as nearly equal to 4.2 less than para nitro. So benzoic acid, pKa value is 3.14. So higher the value of pKa, weaker is the acid. So lower the value of pKa, stronger is the higher the value of pKa, weaker is the acid. Lower the value of pKa, so stronger is the acid. Higher the value of pKa, weaker is the acid. Therefore, para methoxy benzoic acid is a weaker acid compared to para nitro benzoic acid because pKa value is lower. pKa value is lower. So lower the value of pKa, so acid is stronger. Higher the value of pKa, weaker is the acid. Therefore, para methoxy benzoic acid is a weaker acid compared to benzoic acid as well as para nitro benzoic acids. So this table has already given in your NCERT textbook. You go through these pKa values and remember. So that's about acidity of carboxylic acids. So that's completes all dates ketones and carboxylic acids. Thank you.